morning, guys. Welcome back to day 3 of Vlogmas. It is super early. It's about 4:30 in the morning. Everybody's still sleeping. Ryder and Rosie will be here in a few minutes. I need some coffee and I've got to get the chickens breakfast going. I make them a warm breakfast every single morning. I'm just gonna say, I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. I am so upset about those boxes downstairs. Like, I knew there was some stuff missing. I knew that, I could tell, but I had forgotten the amount of stuff that was missing and all of the beautiful things that are down there. And now I'm in the dilemma of, do I even want to pull them out at this point or just bring up the stockings? So I have company coming tonight. I have a busy day. I have things I need to do, and I'm not gonna let this consume me anymore. It is so early. I just want coffee. That's all I can focus on. Coffee.
Then you know it's Christmas. The snow starts to fall. Then you know it's Christmas. For the
Need a few sips of this to wake up before we get going. Just gonna kind of have another easy day. I've got a little company coming tonight, so nothing major. Just have to get the house cleaned. Also, I'm actually really excited for this. Look what I have. Ballerina Farm high protein flour. I've been wanting to try this. We're gonna do that today. We are gonna make a homemade artesian bread using their flour. I wanna see what all the hype is about, and I mean that with all due respect. This is a very top quality organic wheat that has a lot of protein in it, which is completely unheard of. It's not cheap. You can go to the grocery store and buy a bag of flour for $5 or under. This was a little bit more, but when you take into consideration the fact that it is fully organic, packed with protein, shipped from their farm in Utah right to your doorstep, the price actually isn't that bad. And they claim that it's absolutely perfect for any flour recipe. So we're gonna give this a try today, and gonna make some homemade butter. So I think that sounds like a pretty good day to me. I'm gonna get the chickens fed first. There's one thing that I noticed about doing this every morning for my birds in the winter is that when you feed them a hot breakfast, they still lay eggs. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but in the wintertime, chickens slow down, if not actually stop, their egg laying process. And some people force them to continue laying by adding lights to the coop. I don't do that. I want them to take whatever break nature intended them, but if I can keep the egg flow coming, I'm gonna try. This seems to work, so this is what they get every single morning. 2 cups of rice, entire bag of corn, kale, go this on. I'm gonna clean up a little bit in the kitchen before the kids get here. Typical routines, how I do things in the morning. I am a morning person. I will get more done between now and 7 a.m. than I can get done in the afternoon time. So I'm gonna drink my coffee and clean up this area.
above all, then you know it's Christmas. 'Cause Santa's on his way. We'll stand under the mistletoe, and then it's Christmas Day, the joyful time.
Great way to start the day. An entire thing of olive oil has just literally flowed down my stove. Hopefully this is where this particular comes in handy. Yep. There it is. Alright, it does have all of it in there, so. First I find all of those boxes downstairs, and now this. Like, can things get any worse? And karma, that is not a challenge. This feature just saved me from a huge mess. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Can you see that? All of the olive oil stays on this.
Forever stays with us. Soon Rudolph feels his wisdom and gathers all his friends.
Let me just say, if this was not part of my oven, that would have been an absolutely huge mess. That would have been a bigger mess than the time my brine for my turkey busted open and like 20 gallons of water went all over my house. That was fun. Oh, there's oil all over the floor, shoot. Gonna have to clean that up. But there, problem averted. I'm gonna fall and bust my head, you watch. Okay.
When Santa and his missus wraps the final gift, you know it's time for Christmas for each and every one.
I'm gonna change my hair color. Kind of want to go back dark. Been blonde for a while. Maybe I'll do a mix. We'll see. So tonight, we are having a few good friends over, some cocktails, good times. I'm not gonna do too much for the food. I think I'm just gonna do like finger foods. A good hostess will have an abundance of drinks for her guests. Can have everything from alcohol to non-alcohol, sparkling water, flat water, juices, and I always have tea and coffee available for people as well. I'm already starting to feel better. Good enough for now. My hair could use a little help, but I'm all right. I'm fine. It's all good. Well, I forgot about my eggs. I can see how this day is gonna go already. Just gonna... Everything's gonna be fine. The eggs. Doesn't matter.
6 hours later.
I am totally sourdough challenged. I tried a starter, it didn't work. I thought it was gonna work, so it was really a bummer. I thought I made it pretty far into the starting process and it failed miserably. I wasn't about to eat it. But it wouldn't matter even if I didn't stink at the sourdough because nobody in my family likes it but me, so maintaining one doesn't make sense whatsoever. But when it comes to artesian bread, I can make a mean artesian loaf, and I have a really tried and true go-to recipe. Before we begin, I've got my scale. This does ounces and this does grams, and I cannot stress the importance of a scale in your kitchen for recipes, because even though I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants girl when it comes to recipes, there are some that you have to follow to a T for them to come out correctly, and that's when the scale comes in. Now, people will say measurements don't matter, but I beg to differ. Just ask Julia Childs.
Measurements do not matter. Oh, do. They absolutely do.
And before I forget, as always, this recipe will be available over on my blog in a very easy, ready-to-print version. I will link that in the description box below. Be sure to check that out, especially if you're looking for a super easy bread recipe.
And then you know it's Christmas. Snow starts to fall, and then you know it's Christmas for the children of all. And then you know it's Christmas, 'cause Santa's on his way. We'll stand under the mistletoe, and then it's Christmas.
This is gonna sit in leaven for about 20 minutes, but I'm gonna actually put it next to the wood stove to let it do that. It's nice and warm in there. It's not so warm down here. It's another cold day in Vlogmas land. While that is doing its first rise, I wanna get some butter going. Making butter is so much easier than you think it is, and you don't have to have a cow or live on a farm to do it. You can literally go to the store and just buy some heavy cream and make your own homemade butter. It really is that easy. To start, I've got the whisk attachment on. I'm just gonna pour some heavy cream in. We are gonna start mixing it, and we're gonna mix it past the whipped cream stage into the butter stage. And you'll know when you hit that butter stage because you will hear the absolute separation of water sloshing around in there. So, just going.
Then you know it's Christmas. Snow starts to fall.
Oh, that buttermilk in there. So good. So take your butter. And you're gonna squeeze out all that buttermilk. Now we have delicious buttermilk to cook with.
You know it's Christmas for the children of all. And then you know it's Christmas, 'cause Santa.
This is really good. Perfect amount of salt. It's gonna be delicious on our bread. But at this point, you could also turn it into a compound butter super easy by just adding herbs. I actually like to keep compound butter in my fridge. It's great for pasta, vegetables, side dishes. You can add a little bit more flavor to meat. You can add flavor to anything. I mean, the butter itself is flavor, and then on top of that, to have whatever herb combination you want in there. Now, I did have a butter bell to keep mine in, but it broke.
She always says, don't play ball in the house.
But I'm going to actually just put this in a nice little container, keep it out. I don't want to put it in the fridge. I want this to be soft for my bread and not hard. Really good. Okay, we're gonna dump this into our bowl, and then I'm gonna add some more flour. Using our hands, we're gonna mix it up until it's a nice, smooth dough.
Snow starts to fall, and then you know it's Christmas for the children of all. And then you know it's Christmas, 'cause Santa's on his way. We'll stand under the mistletoe.
To get the crispiest, crunchiest artesian bread, you need to get your cast iron Dutch oven in the oven, preheating for a good half hour. So I am gonna preheat my oven to 450. Set that right in there.
Later that same evening.
It's Christmas, 'cause Santa's on his way. We'll stand under the mistletoe, and then Christmas Day.
Meanwhile,
Got a bowl, some cream cheese. I'm gonna add some minced garlic to that. And then I have some herbs de Provence. We're gonna add that in there. Again, if you forgot, this recipe's over on my blog, www.she'sinaherelement.com, but it's also in the description below. Be sure to pop over. It is a very easy printable version for you to have and a crowd pleaser. A little taste test. That is so good. So good. And I am gonna serve it in my vintage Fire King little dish. This spread you wanna serve at room temperature. So even though it's a refrigerated spread, I won't put it in the fridge until we're done with it since it's already getting late. It'll keep for about 3 or 4 days in the fridge covered. And when you want to use it again, you just take it back out and let it get to room temperature again. That is really good flavor. So good.
It's Christmas when the snow starts to fall. Then you know it's Christmas for the children above all.
Ready?
Then you know.
You hear that hollow sound? Means it's done. Spread. Delicious homemade butter. Little fig spread. And then our beautiful artesian loaf. Look at that, crunchy. It's gonna be so good. I'm excited. That's good. The bread is delicious too. Okay. Ballerina Farm high protein flour is a hit. I love it. It's really good. Really good. I guess we're a Ballerina Farm flour family now. So good. Oh my gosh, I gotta get ready. They're gonna be here any minute.
It's Christmas, 'cause Santa's on his way. We'll stand under the mistletoe, and then it's Christmas Day. The joyful times we witness forever stays with us. Soon Rudolph hears his whistle,